They hate to see a man up, that's why I hate the press. They hate to talk about me, but I hope they never hate me less. Cause haters mean you're relevant, and that helps me to gauge success. Be cool, and you'll get round to it. I'm just trying to make your favorite actor sit down to it. This ain't jumping out of chairs, making sounds ooh. And this is that grounded music. Y'all want bars, or sip a Cal into it. A lot's changed, but I'm still me. Yeah.
We have a very special one on deck. As you can see, I am away on vacation right now, but I had to step away from it because shout out to the hometown team. Shout out to PG County. Shout out to DC. Shout out to Wale. Shout out to DMV, the V with Pusha T. You guys are sending me this. You guys are saying I got to check this out. So you know what? We're going to make an exception. Pusha T is firing shots. We got Wale on the track right here, right now. It's none other than Damage Control.
Look, niggas know what I'm about, really, my freedom and not a billion. Niggas that hold money, just some kind of God deity, just wanna be God, really. But look, that God in me ain't shook. You guys atheists, maybe they blasphemy, of course. I'm passionate, I never been ass kissing. Of course I play backseat for the cause, now I'm Lewis Hamilton. No, I'm doing laps on them folks, ain't too attached to them folks. You want a problem? No problem, let's do some damage control. Hey. Let it go, I'm back like I was never gone. We came up with them crack babies who now down from fentanyl. 1425, my math came from the go-go, my rap.
Yo, this is so good to hear. This is so good to hear. First off, man, shout out to Wale. Shout out to DMV, right? Wale, born in DC, but then took and represented for PG County. I'm talking about the hometown team, man. He has done so much. He has paved the lane. He is an OG, nothing but respect, and it's so good to hear Wale just continue to develop. Like these flow patterns, these pockets, man. A little bit of a West Coast bounce there and that flow switch up. But yeah, it's always nice because he's always been so versatile. Whether it was him collaborating with ATL artists, hooking up with Southern artists, hooking up with Philly, with Rick Ross, with Meek, with all those movements as well. Wale has always been very versatile. But it's really nice just to hear the constant flow changes, the constant gear shifts, showing me that he continues to push his pen. He's not satisfied with his success with where he is, man. He is still pushing and still putting it on for the home team, for DC. And speaking of DMV, we got the V coming up in a little bit too. We got Pusha T as well. All right, let's run this back. I like this production, man. Just let the brass build a little bit. Feels a little bit epic.
Look. Niggas know what I'm about, really, my freedom and not a billion. Niggas that hold money, just some kind of God deity, just wanna be God, really. But look,
I love that, man. Know what I'm about. Freedom. Not just about a billy. Not just about the money, right? Freedom greater than everything.
Look. Niggas know what I'm about, really, my freedom and not a billion. Niggas that hold money, just some kind of God deity, just wanna be God, really. But look, that God in me ain't shook. You guys.
God, really? But look, just love this little pattern that he does and this diction to highlight this rhyme scheme, right? Because he goes, God, really? But look. And then he drops down on the look. And then right here, God deity, shook. And it comes back down. Just that nice multi-scheme, but also the delivery of that pattern, that pocket sets it up so well.
Look. Niggas know what I'm about, really, my freedom and not a billion. Niggas that hold money, just some kind of God deity, just wanna be God, really. But look, that God in me ain't shook. You guys atheists, maybe they blasphemy, of course. I'm passionate.
Guys, atheists, maybe they blaspheme, of course. Like blasphemy, it's blasphemous. If you're an atheist, you have blasphemy against God, that God in me. Nice little flip of like the God in me, the God deity. They want to be God-like, but really that God in me won't let me fall to their immorality, right? And they want to blasphemy, right? The gunplay bars, flipping that into blasphemous and blasphemy.
But look, that God in me ain't shook. You guys atheists, maybe they blasphemy, of course. I'm passionate, I never been ass kissing. Of course I play backseat for the cause, now I'm Lewis Hamilton. No, I'm doing laps on them folks, ain't too much.
I played backseat for the course or cause, right? But I'm Lewis Hamilton now. Lewis Hamilton, one of the greatest F1 drivers of all time, stacking championships. Love that little shout out. Nah, man. Wale watch F1?
Of course I play backseat for the cause, now I'm Lewis Hamilton. No, I'm doing laps on them folks, ain't too attached to them folks. You want a problem? No problem, let's do some damage control. Let it go, I'm back like I was never gone. We came up with them crack babies who now down from fentanyl. 1425, my math came from the go-go. My rap came from the culture, my rap came from the go-go. I'm blessed, I'm favored, Oluwa, I'm grateful. Just know if somebody snake me, I'm more alive. Tank top, yeah. Don't do a lot of that famous shit. I just fuck up the bands like Martin on Tommy Davis and jump. Yeah, I go to Vegas for lunch and skate around the city like it's Usher Raymond performance. Ain't no way to resolve it. I ain't taking no help. You niggas always been chancing me. I'm taking they belt. Look, hold up. Everybody say they love you but don't know you. Everybody with a dollar never dolo. Everybody outside now, ain't it? Summertime make the heart grow colder. Yup, frozen. Yup, shoulder, steez. Frozen. Yup, colder. Yup, shoulder, steez.
I'm the truth and the proof.
Man, that was smooth from Wale. Let's break some of this back down, man. Some DC shout-outs and references, too.
I'm passionate, I never been ass-kissing. Of course I play backseat for the cause. Now I'm Lewis Hamilton. No, I'm doing laps on them folks. Ain't too attached to them folks. You want a problem? No problem. Let's do some damage control.
Hey.
Let it go. I'm back like I was never gone. We came.
Let it go. I'm back like I was never gone. Just right there. That little sort of like West Coast. You heard Kendrick use that on GNX. You heard Tyler sauce that a little bit. Ray Vaughn as well. Just when you hit that percussion and you just like speed through a couple of the syllables. Let it go. 3 syllables and you just kind of speed through it. But then you stay drippy with the rest of the flow, like more slower and measured. Then when you get to that end and that percussive hit again, you just speed through these 3 syllables, man.
No problem, no problem. Let's do some damage control. Hey, let it go. I'm back like I was never gone. We came up with them crack babies who now down from fentanyl. 142.
Crack babies down now from fentanyl, and that hits different because, yeah, I mean, fentanyl is like the new wave, isn't it? We had the crack epidemic in the 80s going into the 90s, and now it's flipped into fentanyl. And, you know, I made a song about it. I lost my cousin, rest in peace, to a fentanyl overdose, unfortunately.
Let it go. I'm back like I was never gone. We came up with them crack babies who now down from fentanyl. 1425, my math came from the go-go. My rap came from the...
1425, my math came from the go-go. I've dropped 2 tracks now over go-go beats, but man, I got so much love for go-go. Shout out to Chuck Brown. He was just shout out on my recent song, Bang. Man, shout out to Mumbo Sauce. Shout out to just so many great OGs in go-go. Like, a lot of people don't necessarily know go-go. It's very regional. It's very DC, right? And we're losing a lot of go-go spots because of gentrification, unfortunately. But go-go is still a heartbeat of DC. It's a style, man. And the thing I love about this is Wale has shown a lot of love to go-go over the years. Obviously, go-go influenced a lot of us coming through from the area as artists. But with the rhythms of go-go, it's really dope because go-go is normally over a 4/4 signature time beat. But then you pattern it. You throw in polyrhythms over top. So it's normally 5/4. So this is what he's doing. He's got 1 4 and 2 5s because he's counting out his 5s over top of the 4s. Right? It's 5/4s. That's normally how we pattern in the go-go's. Right? Throwing some hand drums as well. Throwing some sounds, some cowbells.
No problem, let's do some damage control. Hey, let it go. I'm back like I was never gone. We came up with them crack babies who now down from fentanyl.
Hey.
1425, my math came from the go-go. My rap came from the culture.
That's it, man. My math came from the go-go. My rap came from the culture as well. Shout out to PG, man.
Crack babies who now down from fentanyl. 1425, my math came from the go-go. My rap came from the culture. My rap came from the go-go. I'm blessed, I'm favored. Olua, I'm grateful. Just knowing somebody snake me.
Olua, I'm grateful. That's Nigerian, isn't it? I'm blessed, godlike as well. Praise to God.
My rap came from the go-go. I'm blessed, I'm favored. Olua, I'm grateful. Just knowing somebody snake me. I'm more lola. It's tank top. Yeah, don't do a lot of that famous shit. I just fuck up the bands like Martin on Tommy Davis and jump. Yeah, I go to
Tommy Davidson, man. Tommy Davidson, famous DC comedian, and he said on Tommy Davidson Joan. I love the use of DC slang in Joan. You're in Philly too, you know Joan as well. Like Joan becomes what you need it to be, right? Past the Joan. All right, you get up in someone's Joan. Or like, this Joan is back. Just different ways to flip it. But right there, Martin, I'm trying to think about this. Yeah, that's right. Tommy, so sorry, my mind is processing. Tommy Davidson, right? He had a fallout with Martin. This was never like made like super public. Like Martin didn't really comment on it, but apparently on set, like Martin got physical. They had a big altercation, and then it just became awkward after that because Tommy he had cameos on Martin, right? The Martin Show. And then also in Living Color, Tommy did a lot, man. Tommy's done a lot. Shout out to DC comedy for sure, man. But yeah, he had that fallout with Martin. So Martin on Tommy jump. That's got to be what Wale's referring to there.
My math came from the go-go. My rap
That's bad, boy.
Came from the culture. My rap came from the go-go. I'm blessed, I'm favored. Olua, I'm grateful. Just knowing somebody snake me. I'm more lola. It's tank top. Yeah, don't do a lot of that famous shit. I just fuck up the bands like Martin on Tommy Davis and jump. Yeah, I go to Vegas for lunch and skate around the city like it's Usher Raymond performance. Ain't no
Usher performing on skates, man. the roller skates versus I skate around Vegas. Love that flip right there.
Yeah, I go to Vegas for lunch and skate around the city like it's Usher Raymond performance. Ain't no way to resolve it. I ain't taking no help. You niggas always been chancing me. I'm taking they bout. Look, hold up. Everybody say they love you, but don't know you. Everybody with a dollar never dolo. Everybody outside now.
Everybody with a dollar. Now they all going dolo. They all riding out for #1 themselves, right?
Know ya. Everybody with
I always feel like no matter the fame, no matter the level that Wale got to, right? PG chilling, man. I mean, that blew up. Wale's had some hits, but he's always stayed grounded. Like, I always just get that old soul, mature mentality, never letting the fame overcome him. And you have that as meta throughout this verse, right? Just always kind of staying 10 toes down, right? Still staying humble, not letting all this rise above, and not trusting everyone that you see either. Looking out for yours.
dollar never dolo. Everybody outside now, ain't it? Summertime make the heart grow colder. Yep, frozen. Yep, shoulder.
Frozen. Yep, shoulder. Like a frozen shoulder, but need a shoulder to cry on, right? In summertime, even though it's hot in the summer. Listen, DC was built on a swamp. DC gets hot. It's the humidity, man. Stay frozen, right? It makes you grow colder. It makes you have that chip on your shoulder. And I love this little just flow switch again.
Know ya. Everybody with a dollar never dolo. Everybody outside now, ain't it? Summertime make
Everybody outside now, ain't it? Frozen, dolo, shoulder, dada, dada. Like right there. Turns it to more like a percussive delivery and just kind of letting it breathe and marinate there in the pockets in between.
the heart grow colder. Yep, frozen. Yep, shoulder. Steez. Frozen. Yep, colder. Yep, shoulder. Steez.
I'm the truth and the proof, the dealer in the coupe, the off-catalog watch buyer from the stoop. That became legend, operation from my youth. All I hear is birds, that's just words in the booth. The realest bird man, I just cock-a-doodle-doo. Doorstep, I get it right through. Money talk, the wrist is light blue. Sugar Hill sweet shit is feeling type 2. Bruised egos, man, you niggas might sue. New Jack Ninos, telling on the crew. Past and the future, nigga, what am I to glue? The realest nigga in it, tell me what am I to do? Wrist in a pot, this is something like a stew. Heard he got
My man is firing.
shot as he show up on the news. Podcast interviews, I am not amused. Kingpin push, I am not to be confused.
Oh, let's clarify. If you didn't think I was firing shots on the last album, here we go. I'm gonna let you know I'm firing more.
Shoulder. Steez.
There's some layers to this too.
I'm the truth and the proof, the dealer in the coupe, the off
I'm the truth and the proof. You know, like the proof of alcohol, and they say alcohol, moment of clarity, and that proof, but also like get down to it, get down to the proof, right? Because we cooking over here, so we getting down to different types of proof.
Shoulder. Steez.
I'm the truth and the proof, the dealer in the coupe, the off-catalog watch buyer from the stoop. That became legend, operation from my youth. All I hear is birds, that's just words in the booth. The real
All I hear is birds, like bird bitches, right? All I hear is birds in that sense. They just chirping away. Verse is obviously, just had a cameo. Verse is obviously like the birds, like we're moving birds, right? We're moving weight. So those types of birds. And then he flips the birds even further. Hang on a second, because we got layers
that
here.
became legend, operation from my youth. All I hear is birds, that's just words in the booth. The realest bird man, I just cock-a-doodle-doo. Doorstep.
So there's his shots right there. So he doesn't just take his shots at Drake, because Drake comes in a little bit. He's like, you know what? We're going to play boss game here. I'm not just going at Drake. I'm going after Drake's boss. Actually, Drake's first boss is Lil Wayne. And then beyond that, the boss is Birdman. But he's going after the whole label. He's going after Cash Money. So he flips the birds in that sense, like moving the cocaine, moving the birds, moving the keys, but into Birdman. And then tying in with the Cash Money, he's got the New Jack City Nino bars in a second. I'll tie that in.
Doorstep, I get it right through. Money talk, the wrist is light blue. Sugar Hill sweet shit is feeling type 2.
Sugar Hill. Shout out to Sugar Hill Gang, man. Rappers delight. You can have that. That's sweet. Versus flipping it into sugar being sweet, but also like sugar where we move weight, like sugar being a neighborhood in NYC. And then that's type 2. Type 2, in terms of that could get you a felony, because that's type 2 classification of drugs, versus flipping it into type 2 diabetes. Is that sweet when I'm moving?
The realest bird man, I just cock-a-doodle-doo. Doorstep.
Even the cock-a-doodle-doo like a rooster, man. He's on his cockfight right now.
Birds, that's just words in the booth. The realest bird man, I just cock-a-doodle-doo. Doorstep, I get it right through. Money talk, the wrist is light blue. Sugar Hill sweet shit is feeling type 2. Bruised egos, man, you niggas might sue. New Jack need.
Bruised egos. You might sue. You know exactly who that is for. You don't have to read the tea leaves of that. That is for Drake. Drake in the UMG lawsuit right now, having a bruised ego, and that's what he's saying. He's calling Drake out.
Step, I get it right through. Money talk, the wrist is light blue. Sugar Hill, sweet shit is feeling type 2. Bruised egos, man, you niggas might sue. New Jack Ninos, telling on the crew. Passed in the
New Jack Ninos. These like New Jack kids telling on the crew. They're snitching. That's more shots at Drake, right? Because he's acting like he's in New Jack City, right? He's like a New Jack. Snitching, going to court, which you shouldn't do. That's not the street crow. But also, if you think about it, you think about New Jack City, you think about Nino Brown, you think about what he was a part of. He was a boss of Cash Money Brothers, right? CMB, Cash Money. So that's an unspoken layer from Pusha right there. Because obviously, Birdman, tying back to Drake, tying back to Weezy, full shots at Cash Money, the label, Cash Money Records. Ooh, and then he's moving that Cash Money.
Goes, man, you niggas might sue. New Jack Ninos, telling on the crew. Past in the future, nigga, what am I the glue? The realest nigga in it, tell me what.
Past in the future, what am I the glue? Connecting all this, like here we go, it comes back around full circle. Story of Addy Dunn until now.
Telling on the crew. Past in the future, nigga, what am I the glue? The realest nigga in it, tell me what am I to do? Wrist in a pot, this is something like a stew. Heard he got shot as he show up on the news. Podcast interviews, I am not amused. Kingpin push, I am not to be confused.
Podcast interviews, not to be confused, right? I'm thinking Drake, but I'm also thinking there's another layer here. There's some shots at Jimmy too.
Something like a stew. Heard he got shot as he show up on the news. Podcast interviews, I am not amused.
That sounds like Jim Jones. That sounds like some Jim Jones shade as well.
Kingpin push, I am not to be confused.
And then I'm a kingpin, right? I run this like a drug kingpin. I'm the boss versus I have the king's pen when I write with my pen game. Don't confuse me. Man. I love that beat. I'll tell you what, that was short and sweet. That was diabetes type 2 flows right there. And listen, Pusha wants to take shots, right? He's on album rollout, and he's in that bag. I love that he decided to fire more shots on a Wale track, because all this is going to do is bring more attention to this track. I'm reacting to this track. Hopefully this helps to spread it even further, right? But people are going to see that. They're going to be interested, and they're going to click, and hopefully they get to hear and appreciate that sauce verse that Wale gave us. Wale brought it. Pusha T brought it. Shout out to the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia. Tags on deck, man. Yeah, Pusha, Wale, love the nostalgia, but also the new school flows and vibes to it all, man. You were Knox Hill certified. Hope you guys liked today's video. Listen, if you're here at the end, obviously enjoying the content, do me a huge favor. Support the channel directly. Subscribe, notifications on. Really, really does go a long way. I love you guys. Also, don't forget to copy merch. knoxhillmusic.com. We got hats, we got shirts, we got hoodies, everything you need. If you want to rep the brand, if you want to support, it all helps. It all goes a long way. I'll put all links down there. All right, everyone, stay safe, stay positive. Take care of these, take care of these. I'll catch you again